This damn virus took away all my shows. Why can't they come back from the virus dead?
Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take2 Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey, good evening, everybody. This is David from Take2 Radio Soaps and Reviews, subbing for Pam, who is out on personal leave. And with me today, we have Candice.
Hello.
And we have Anthony.
Hey.
Okay. And coming up, what happened to Candice? Oh, that's Carolyn. Okay. And now we have Carolyn.
Hello.
Oh, good. You all made it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we're all together today. It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
David, let's just throw out the number so that if anybody's listening and wants to weigh in on weddings and crazy soap villains, they can call in with us tonight. I know the call-in number that you can use is 718-506-1450, and then press 1 once you hear the entrance messages. And do so if you want to join in the conversation and talk about the best soap weddings you remember or the craziest soap villains that you love to hate. But before we get to those exciting topics, we are definitely going to recap the one soap that is still airing fresh episodes, and that would be As the World Turns. Oops, sorry. Days of Our Lives. Man, I just keep... I've been getting into some conversations on the web, like, why can't, General Hospital, no new episodes, Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, right now, no new episodes. Why couldn't they have taken classic storylines from, let's say, Guiding Light and As the World Turns on CBS? Why couldn't they take Ryan's Hope 1 week, or for a couple of weeks, and Loving for a couple of weeks? Someone Like to Live, of course.
Do you want me to give you the answer to that? the clear answer to that? I do have the answer. So
no, and me too. That's why I'm bringing it up tonight, because I've been giving the answer out wherever I see it. But honestly, maybe if we kind of start the messaging, it'll drift across as all the other topics that we seem to tackle get passed around the internet. So hopefully this will also be passed around. Go ahead. Take it away, Candy Girl.
Procter & Gamble is being not nice. And I'm going to say it just like a kid. Not nice. Because, here's the truth. Procter & Gamble, as we all know, will not release their rights due to finances. They do not want to lose money from the viewership. Now, here's the thing. If everybody who wants to see Gone Light and As the World Turns, and trust me, and I'm going to even throw this out, Somerset, pretty much all of Procter & Gamble soaps. The thing is that they feel as though there's no audience to watch these soaps. Exactly. If you guys have been tuning into the locker room, shout out to Alan. Hey, Alan. we've seen on YouTube the reunions from Another World, Gone Like as Well Turns, it's gone up past where some people would, think, oh, it's just a soap opera reunion. Nobody talks about God. But it's like over 1K in the total viewing. So that's another thing. And plus, again, it's a financial thing. They don't want to lose money because these are gems. These soap operas are gems. So that's one reason. ABC is a different story. Okay, so they do own the rights to Ryan's Hope, Loving. They just got back. If you guys have been keeping track, it's been now 4 years since they have the rights back to All My Children One Life to Live. The thing is, again, is that placement of where to put it on the network. I agree with you, Anthony. I think they should have took a break from General Hospital and, put the best of All My Children and the best of One Life to Live. But it's also licensing with music.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
But why are they holding onto it? It doesn't make sense.
Because they... welcome to the world. Because it really, here's the thing. If you watch current GH when they did get the rights back, they started to place Pine Valley characters and quotes into General Hospital. Like they kept mentioning Erica Kane and they kept mentioning Enchantment, where they couldn't do that before. When the rights came back, the first character they really kind of crossed back over after the legal stuff was Nora Buchanan, and they've been talking about Landview and Pine Valley, but why don't they have it on ABC? Money.
Well,
however, I have a feeling something is about to go down. And no, I don't know anything. I just have a feeling. And y'all know me and my feelings about this genre. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but it's fun to be a soap fan.
I wonder who's running. Yeah, who's running, what age they are. There's a lot of old-timers out there that would love to see clips of all the old stuff. And I think really a lot of it was better. We're going to talk about these weddings, and it's going to bring back memories.
First off, who wouldn't want to see Delia and the gorilla? Seriously. Who would not want a replay of the best of the Corinth murders? Maybe not every single episode, but all the classic, all the key episodes. Yeah. Who would not want to see Karen breaking down on the sand and finally declaring that, yes, she was selling herself in the afternoons? There's, as far as the music licensing, there are tons of editors right now who are out of work and would love to take piecemeal to re-edit the sounds in the shows and take out what couldn't be used. So, that's not, it's not really an excuse. It's the money because they don't want to spend the money to pay those editors.
Well, I think that's
the same reason. Is it the same reason why GH only goes back to 2014 because all of the older stuff isn't digitalized to be ready for now? And
here's the
that
thing.
costs money to give them. Is that it?
But again, soap fans would rather watch the storyline the way it was first aired, and not all digitized and turning I Love Lucy into, you look at some of those episodes and you're like, what? Those colors don't exist in real life? What is going on here? And it would be the same thing with our soaps. When we're watching, I remember when we used to watch SoapNet and we watched those classic episodes, it brought you back. It brought you back to sitting in your living room with grilled cheese, and a glass of chocolate milk. Grilled cheese and a glass of chocolate milk, right?
Yeah, but radio and blog talks and whatever are becoming so popular. It doesn't have to be to watch. It can be listening, and a lot of the listening, the quality is there.
That's the difference between the soap fans. That's the difference between soap fans that has has seen the evolution of this genre. Case in point, like next Monday, get ready, folks. Get ready. General Hospital will show a classic episode. Oh, yeah, stay up. From 13 years ago. Okay? Yes, I said 13 years ago. Don't pass out, Anthony. Come on, work with me here. Because next week they're going to show a 2007 episode. Flatline, calling it. So it's going to be a difference, and that's why I want to know from the newer viewers who are going to watch next week, because next week on General Hospital is the Sonny and Carly collection that you could have saw on ABC.com from last year. Anyway, I want to see how their reaction to 2007's GH is going to be. Yeah. Because it was filmed, it was definitely different. It was not HD. It was, it was a different kind of, filming. Same thing with Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful. Now, both showed their very first episode on Monday, and that was from 87. And, of course, the technology has changed over the years. So, I don't know. I agree. I would love to see, I would love to see Loving. I would love to see, some old school Pine Valley. But, yeah. I would love to see old school GH.
To jump and piggyback on your somewhat of a teaser a couple of minutes ago, there's been a lot of rumblings and a lot of stirrings because ABC and Entertainment Weekly teamed up together for a week-long special of All My Children. And when you got all that together, a lot of those stars are involved in other projects or were involved in other projects, such as Justin Bruning, who's doing the Sweet Magnolias, on Netflix. You have Tad Martin, who is on General Hospital. They're all committed to other things, but when you have a project like that, you don't put the effort in to that extent if there's not something on the horizon. And it's the rumblings that everyone's saying. And knowing the soap world the way I know it for all these 30 plus years, 30 years, but they're teasing us for a reason.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I'll speak on my how I'm feeling about it. I do feel as though ABC is doing that, but it's not like I feel as though we've been teased about All My Children Will Last Live for the last 4 years. Whether it's been a reunion on live with Kelly and Ryan, or when they went on the set last year. Last year to Michael and Sarah and Kiki, or when they did, they've had the reunion. They know that the audience wants it to come back. To me, I don't understand, and, even with the ABC president, when they was at the press conference, has said, we've been talking about it. I've been hearing that for 4 years straight. It's either you put up or you stop.
Or you
stop right now.
Yeah.
And, because to me, there's been plenty of opportunities. And like I said, fans, they're probably going to do a 30-minute episode, which is fine. We'll take it any kind of way we want. But you need to stop jerking everybody around and get down to the nitty-gritty. Like, I thought for sure that with the EW, All My Children, there was going to be an announcement. I thought when they did the Story of Soaps, when they did that, I thought there was going to be an announcement. And I just don't understand ABC's process right now. There's, like I said, there's plenty of networks that they have. Word on the street is Disney Junior is going under at the end of the year.
What is
because
going
of
under?
Disney Plus. Disney Junior
is going under?
Yes, meaning that the network that took that, if you guys go back into your history book, the reason soap that ended was because they were making run for Disney Junior. Well, now they have Disney Plus, which is pretty much every Disney channel that is known to man. Disney Junior, the network numbers, look at me being all professional right now, it hasn't been good in marketing. And they're going to pretty much merge it into Disney Plus. So that means that channel will probably go under by the end of this year, meaning that there's going to be room for another Disney ABC network.
And there was also unsubstantiated, but there is a boatload of rumors out there that studio space has opened up in the same complex where General Hospital is filmed. And what else could they be using it for? It's not talk show kind of space. It's space with sets, and it's all pre-built in. So what perfect opportunity then to turn that into a soap opera set. So all the ducks.
Yeah, and there's also another thing too. There is also rumors that the third hour of Good Morning Afternoon, which is Michael, Kiki, and Sarah, not doing well in ratings, may not be coming back. That was the same studio that All My Children was in. If you remember, that was the studio.
Would that be the studio they're talking about then?
It's two studios. It's a studio in New York, right above where ABC News and all that is, and the one in LA. Stay tuned as the story develops. Back to you, music.
So I have not seen Days this week, unfortunately. For those of you out there who pay attention to me on social media, you guys know that I started a job from home, and it is going wonderfully. But I fell behind on my Days of Our Lives, so Soap Queen, Salem Queen.
Oh, here we go.
Thanks, Anthony.
Girl, catching me up.
Here I'm all prepared for the weddings, and now you've thrown the. Okay,
we'll get to them.
Who else has been watching?
I have been watching.
Candice?
I've been watching.
Yes. Okay.
I've been watching.
I guess the biggest shock was Allie, Sammy and Lucas's daughter. Yeah, what did you think of that?
Like mother, like daughter.
Oh.
Team mom. I like the setup, but I do want to say I don't think she's going to be like. I know everybody's been saying, "Oh, she's going to be like Sammy." You know who she's reminding me of right now in this moment? Her grandma, Kate.
Oh yeah.
She reminds me of Kate a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why they get along so well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And then I was surprised
like
that Eric's asking, well, where did you get? How did you come here, and where did you get the money for the flight? And I'm thinking, I wouldn't. And then Grandma, Kate. Did you see all that yesterday?
Grandma gave me the money. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, bless her already causing trouble. Look at her,
God
little
bless.
Kate Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, little Kate Jr.
I like her reaction
when she opened her coat and said, "Well, we have."
Yeah, because Eric was like going over the rules. Yeah, because she's like, I want to stay here, and Eric said, okay, but you have to follow some rules. You got to call your parent. And she's like, oh man, I ain't gonna want to call. Like that was a Kate move, wasn't how she did that. And then when he said no partying, and she was like, that's not gonna be a problem. And I just love the setup. And then she was like, well, might as well show them now. I'm gonna like, but Nicole's facial reaction was like good. I laughed at Nicole. Like,
Any dibs on who the father is?
Oh no, that they're going to drag that out. We're going to that's going to be a guessing game. It could be
or will we ever find out?
Well, somebody said today Joey. Did it be Joey? Was he over there? Where did Joey disappear to?
Joey's in prison.
Know.
Yeah,
wasn't Joey in jail? Yeah, Joey's in jail.
Oh. Oh. Well, they were trying to guess.
Here's your list. I mean, unless they say Joey got out of jail early, because remember, they're in 2000. Okay, technically speaking, in Salem, it is 2021. God bless y'all for moving a year. So could Joey be already out? You know, could it also be Theo?
Yeah, they got Joey, Theo.
Yeah, Joey, Theo. Why not? Half of me doesn't want to know, only because I'm having because Days, and you should not have shown it in your summer promo. We all know what's going to happen with that kid. So to me, I'm like, it's like, am I really invested in knowing who the baby daddy is? You know what I mean? So.
Well, even if you aren't, they're going to dangle it. I think it's going to go. That's going to go for a while. We're not going to know. Yeah.
Yes, girl.
He the baby daddy.
Oh my God!
Well, remember Will and Gabby. Remember Will and Gabby.
Yeah.
See?
Oh my God! If it's Leo, I will. Oh my God! I will just die.
Oh, geez.
But remember, but keep in mind that dream episode. What was it? April 1st, the April Fool's. Some of it has kind of come true. So it's like certain visions and stuff that they were dreaming about is kind of starting to happen in Salem.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oh,
that is true.
I got to think back.
You missed a few good days, Anthony. It was.
Well, I'm definitely gonna catch up this weekend, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so this must be said. Suzanne, Maggie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Next year, I can't believe. That's all I'm gonna say. Next year.
Well, the second runner-up is going to be Race, because the last couple of days have been tearjerkers. That maybe I shouldn't say, because Anthony hasn't seen it, but I will anyway. I mean, to give up that baby, oh no, just heartbreaking. And going to go over to Zoe. Oh my God, she's another basket case.
Okay. I'm going to say this, and I mean no harm. You guys know I love this genre. Dave, me and you need to have some moments. We need to come on, Dave, talk to me. Yep, I'm coming to self Jesus. Oh. Yes. Okay, I do feel bad for Rafe. I do, because it's like he can't catch a break.
Yeah, he never has.
Right, he never has. He's never got the right woman. He's never got the family. I feel as though he should already have a kid somewhere. But,
the last 2 days of Hope, she's been more of a wife in the last 2 days than she was for the 2 years they were married.
Right.
Or together. Yeah.
But with Zoe and Orpheus and what was the kid's name? His son?
David.
Christian.
Yeah, no,
the brother.
Orpheus' son. Yeah,
Evan.
Christian, yeah. Evan, thank you. I feel as though they were Ben, Jordan, and Clyde 2.0. And I feel as though they was just there for flutter. And I don't understand why bring them on when, spoiler, Anthony, they're gone.
Yeah.
Like, to me, you piece them in the worst stories possible. Like, okay, I understand, Days of Our Lives, anything can happen. But for you guys to insert them in the whole accident situation, I'm like, huh? Like, this makes no sense. And I was like, okay, if you brought Orpheus back, and, tied him, because I still think him and Summer got married. I'm going to keep that in my head, because that would make more sense. Is that Orpheus did this to Summer because of something that Summer did. I don't know. But that, to me, like, those three being inserted to this storyline was not good.
Yeah.
And Rogers next year.
And I don't know how it always seems just before they're ready to leave, like Rafe is leaving, right?
Yeah. September.
Yeah.
And like all of them, it just seems that just when they're ready to leave, they do their best, and everyone loves them, and they don't want them to leave.
They always seem to bring on their best right as they leave.
Yes.
Well, not only that, but I think that's another reason that I'm not really invested. Stop it. Stop it. No, I think that's another thing too, is that I'm trying to get invested with, what's about to happen is going to be Rafe's last really big storyline, I guess.
Yeah.
But knowing that September is coming up and knowing that's when Galen, Freddie, and them are leaving.
Chandler.
Yes.
Yeah, Chandler. Yeah. I can't. I'm going to enjoy the story, but knowing that this is it. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I didn't know. Because maybe I've been like, wait, they're leaving? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm like, wait, damn it, man. Like, I need for you to get somebody pregnant soon. Get married soon. Like, he's one of the good guys, and even though sometimes he's not nice, he's not the smartest tool in the shed, but he's getting there.
Getting there.
So does everyone think that Jake is Stefan, or Stefan is Jake, or no?
No. I think he's completely a different person.
No, I don't think he's Stefan.
I do.
And who does everyone think he's working? Who he's working for? Any clues?
I mean, I think we're gonna see Dr. Roth again.
I know we're gonna see Vivian again.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. Mama.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think he's really Stefan. I really think he's somebody else, and I think Vivian knows. And I'm hoping that it's not a twin thing.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to say that.
I'm over twins right now. Y'all have no idea how over twins. I'm over twins. I'm over, like, I don't know how I would want this story to play out. Maybe somebody, got plastic surgery to look like this person.
Real great surgeon. Yeah, great surgeon.
Sort of like the Man in the Iron Mask, if anybody's seen that movie, or face swap or something like that. I just don't want them to say, "Oh, at birth I had twins, and I gave one up," because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
We have too many doppelgangers in Salem as it is. I don't need anybody returning from the dead. Look, his heart is gone. It's in Julie. I'm sorry. God bless it be. But no.
I'm sorry to say this, but following the pattern, the way that it seems to. So what I'm going to say is, I think that there was a last minute switcheroo. He wasn't quite dead. And at some point when Kayla left the room, Dr. Ross, popped in, gave him the serum, and placed somebody else on the slab.
And nowadays they'll do that. It's just that I think that's what's getting me is that when this first story came up, and I know people are going to say, Candice, no, but I'm going to say it. For us who watch Ron from One Life to GH, this story is so. It's like, a flashback.
Yep.
But that's
all I'm going to say is
thing.
Jake Weber.
Right. I mean, all I'm going to say is, this is really Jake Doe, and the Jason's, like, I'm hoping that Ron does not go down this route. Like, I love how they're playing it right now where you just don't know. But half of me is like, come on, at the end of the day, when it's time for the reveal, I do want the build up where they take a DNA test and they'll be like, Gabby and them will be like, so is he really Stephon? And like, no, he's really Jake. Yeah. Like, boom. Like, ooh. so like, dang. Like, everybody thought he was Stephon. Like, dang, Ben, Gabby, everybody. And it turns out that he's somebody else. And, you know, they can go and do flashbacks and stuff. Like, give Brandon a chance to play a new character. Because, you know, he can do it and put his own spin to it. And it's more story. It's like, you know, how Gabby going to feel knowing that she was, you know, pretty much obsessing over this guy who did look like her husband but is not her husband. How is Ben going to feel for, like, being, like, bro, like, you know, having a bro romance, and it wasn't with the guy that, you know, it's like so many, oh, my God. Where's my pen and paper?
Get the story going, Candice.
Right to Ron.
Write it out.
Dear Ron. He might have already filmed it. But
oh, you can put it on his feed. I see people do little stories, little snippets, one tweet after another.
my letter is going to be a little longer than tweet. And
you'd have to choose your words very carefully. Catches attention.
I mean, like, kid DNA test, not Stephon. Really, Jake from State Farm.
Khakis and a plaid shirt.
No, if they have Brandon if they have him wear a red shirt on an episode of Days, I hope State Farm will be doing advertisement that day. It's like, they don't even have to do a commercial. Just have Brandon saying, "Hi, I'm Jake from State Farm in Salem." Oh my God! Could they do that? That was funny as I don't know why if they do that.
That was good.
Yeah. Halloween episode.
So, the next one is...
Is everyone happy that Brian's back? Brian DiTillo?
Oh, God, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm happy he stays.
He's going to be at an event here in Bradenton in a couple of months. I hope I get a chance to go.
Right. I would love for him to stay.
Yeah.
Because, okay, if what is going on right now, and I'm pretty sure everybody's watching the news, if it is true for what they're saying, because L.A. County is still questioned, and that's where Days is in L.A. County.
Yeah. All of them are there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But we were talking about Days, so, you know, it was the Days segment. But for all the there is going to be some precautions. There's going to be some, as we know, guidelines. And we have to think about this, is that Days of Our Lives cast has mature actors. I didn't say old. I said mature. Yes, so what they need to do is figure out how to, in case some people cannot return on a full basis, like, you know, Deidre Hall, Stephen Nichols, John Anderson. They
Bill
need
Hayes.
to. Yeah, Bill Hayes. By the way, happy birthday, Bill Hayes. Happy birthday, man. Last week it was his birthday. Happy birthday.
95?
95. Yeah, I think 95, 96, yeah.
There's got to be something in the water on that show. Because,
you know what? He doesn't look a day over 54. He doesn't look a day over 54. Go ahead, Davy Crockett. Okay. We don't have the licensing for the song, so I only got that part. But, no, they do have to think about how to fill in the rest of their cast. Brian DiTillo would be perfect to put on contract because we need to start thinking about the next generation and who's going to lead it. That's why I've been really pushing for Philip to come back to Days of Our Lives. Thank you.
And he is.
Thank you so much. You have Belle and Sean. I wish they would be on contract.
They're not?
Because of Cliff. No.
We know Nadia is.
We know Nadia is, which please tell me Philip and Chloe got married. Please. That's all I ask for in life.
While we're talking talking about Bella, does everyone think, oh my goodness, the daughter? Oh,
Claire.
Is she conniving or has she changed? What does everyone think?
She's Sammy's niece. Come on now. You should know that. Like, she got a little Sammy right in her.
Sweetie, a leopard. What happens with a leopard in its spots, maybe? Come on.
They never change.
I mean, I believe that she's kind of changed a little. But she's still got a little tick. She's still got that little tick. And I'm sorry. I can't wait for her to get back in town. I can't wait.
Me too.
I can't wait.
Don't liven things up.
Not only that, but to me, I do feel as though, like, I mean, okay. I'm going to tie it into Ben and Sierra with this. Early this week, there was something that was, last week that Sierra said that made me just be like, you know what? Yeah. I remember when Claire and Sierra were cool, okay? Keep in mind, that's her aunt, okay? That's her aunt and whatnot. And, of course, you know, they go through, they're teenagers. You remember what it was like to be a teenager, jealousy, you know, you felt like people giving, you know, other people attention. Then there was the boys, you know, I like her and I don't like you, da-da-da-da-da. And the thing is that there's a lot of issues with Claire. Abandonment issues. I don't care how anybody spins this. Belle and Sean have been in and out. She really doesn't have a solid ground, you know, like solid people to, you know, be with her.
Right.
The fact
and even when she got the cane, she was still second best.
Say it again,
even when she got
Carolyn.
She was still second best. She was always the last choice.
Right, and even her grandma.
Yeah.
And then you have her grandmama, Marlena.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what, Marlena? We're going to have a need to talk. We need to have a kumbaya moment. First and foremost, Claire is your family. That is your family. Family is first. Do not, and I repeat this, do not put a client first before your own family. And another thing, Ben, you dropped some major points with me this week because you're saying that everybody should be like, you know, worried about Claire. Sweetie, you were in the same predicament a couple of years ago. Everybody said the same thing. Oh, we shouldn't give Ben the benefit of the doubt. We shouldn't do A, B, C, or D. You had one person that was behind you named Sierra. And Sierra, we're going to talk to you in a minute, too. But for you to kind of say all this stuff about Claire, you need to take a real good look in the mirror and think about where you was at a couple of months ago. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. I'm going to step in here because you were talking reality, and I love that. Don't get me wrong, but now I'm going to talk soap. And I'm going to bring it to another soap for a second that has dropped the ball with Crazy multiple times, and they had Miss Sheila Carter slinging mozzarella sticks up in the bar. Then they had the perfect psychopaths. They had the perfect finale, and what did they do? They killed her dead. She's gone. She could have been wrecking havoc for years to come. She was so good. Killed her. Now, going back to Salem. Okay. Crazy Kristen is no longer crazy. Nicole, I don't know who she is no more. I don't know who Nicole is anymore. She's like Anna Devane. I don't know who Anna is. I don't know who Nicole is. They don't have any crazy. They don't have any good crazy. So you know, no matter what.
Eric did an exorcism on her.
When you have the gold that is, what is her name? Olivia Rose Keegan or something? What's her name?
Claire.
I got it right?
Claire.
Yeah,
you did.
No, but what I mean, her real life name, when you have
Olivia
that
Rose
talent that was able to play the ticky boom boom the way she played, talking to herself, kicking her head, she embodied crazy, like I haven't seen in years. They have to let the crazy back out. They have to. I'd love for her to come back reformed. But what's going to happen is she's going to come back. Everyone's going to poo-poo her for a couple of weeks, and then she's going to be relegated back to, Grandma Audrey's attic with Liz's kids. And she's going to start tick-tocking. Theo's going to come back to town because I saw a casting call. It's not for Theo, but I know it's Theo. It's a red herring. Theo's coming back, and the ticky is going to happen all over again.
All I gotta say is this: Ron is because I kind of think I'm thinking it's going to go what was supposed to go almost 2 years ago. How it was supposed to be for a little bit before they get back to Endgame. By that, I do mean is that Crazy needs to be with. Okay, Ben and Sierra fans, don't come after me. Okay, y'all know where I stand at with this. Okay, I do feel as though they should have had Ben and Claire first before Ben and Sierra. I think they should have had Sierra and Theo while Ben was in jail. Okay? And I'm in because the thing is that I want to see, and this is, and it's funny, we're going to be talking about weddings later. I want to see how they do apart for a little bit. And the reason I say that is because a lot of couples have to have that break, that moment of, okay, are we really destined to be together? Are we, I had to say that, are we supposed to be together forever, always? Should we, are we grown enough to make these decisions? Because my thing is that, and any soap couple, again, we're talking about weddings tonight, some of these couples didn't last because they didn't sort out their oats or deal with problems. So I need for Claire, because Claire, the way she's looking at that save the date, I'm like, oh, Lord. I'm like,
so do you think that Claire is coming into the picture to break Sierra and Ben up before the wedding? I mean, they just got engaged and they're planning a wedding.
Oh, she has an unscore settle with them. Oh, she's going to do something to. I don't think. Okay, let me just say this. I don't think she's going to jeopardize anything, but she's still got a score to settle.
Yeah.
But I think the show is going to try to throw you off to think that she's going to do something.
Well, I think,
I don't think she wants to be with Ben. I don't think she wants to be with Ben.
I don't think that. I don't think that.
No.
But, Sierra said, did she say to her mother the other day? Well, she's going to be going back to Hong Kong with her parents, so everything will be fine. Well, she's not going with them, so she's going to be. So Sierra may become very insecure, and it might cause problems with her and Ben.
Right. But I did like something that she said because Ben was talking about her best being, Will being his best man. Don't get me started on that. But then when it came down to Sierra, and this is why I've been saying for a long time that Sierra needs layers of her own, and I'm glad that finally they're giving it to her. Like, we're seeing her at work. She made a comment saying, well, I don't really have friends. And I'm like, does anybody have friends on soap other than the guys? Just asking for a friend. No? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The women
don't.
The men do. Yeah. The women don't.
Right.
The men do.
Exactly.
On days, anyway.
We need to change that policy, folks.
Sometimes the women hate each other more on soap.
Yes, that's what I.
But it's not always the case though, because I remember back in the day when they had friends. Like you had, Sharon and Drew, and you had Reva and Vanessa, and you had who else you had? Anthony, help me out. Lucy and Felicia, and Lynn, Teresa, and
Yeah, but not on days. They were all cousins, and they kind of had to be friends. They were friends, but they were related.
Remember when Eileen Davidson first played her, and Billy, and Hope, and them, and Jennifer, they were dancing to Motown. And they were all friends.
They were all, I think they all started out that way, Kristen and Jennifer were friends.
Oh, good times.
The way we were, yeah.
Yeah, good times.
All right. Let's.
Okay. How about my? I'm going to throw this out there. What do you think of Y&R alumni Emily O'Brien in the role of Gwen?
Anthony. Oh, that's right. Anthony hasn't seen her yet. Darn it!
You haven't seen her yet, Anthony?
No, I haven't seen any episodes this week. Casting wise, I'm going but you know,
you know who she was.
I know who she was.
Right.
So my affect is I don't know. Let's see.
You got to see.
Candice.
I of course know her. Yeah, she played crazy over on Young and the Restless. I'm intrigued who so far what she's doing on me. I have a theory of who she really is though. But I'm gonna bite my tongue until, Carolyn. I'm pass it over to you.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of her so far?
Y&R? I know. I haven't watched it. I'm sorry.
No, she's on Gwen, Jake's girlfriend, Gwen.
Yeah, what do you
think
about
her so far?
Oh, the new one. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention. Oh, okay. Oh, what do I think about her?
Yeah.
Or what do I think of the whole? I don't know. Nondescript. I don't know where that's going, but I guess it's going to be interesting. Does anyone know what she has? She's in the mental institution. What could she have there that's so important?
I don't know.
Pardon?
No, I don't know. I think half of it might be a setup to it, but I really don't think that her name is Gwen.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think
that's a good point.
And the spoiler tease that she has deep-rooted ties in Salem. So I'd love to see where.
Characters.
And that she's mixed up with Claire makes it a little interesting because I have a hunch that they'll be intermingling a lot more than one.
When I saw that all of a sudden, how convenient is that? They're looking all over Hell's Half Acre for Jake's girlfriend or ex-wife or whatever, and here she is in Salem in the in the home.
Does anyone think that these people looking for Jake work for Vivian?
It's a possibility.
I think they work for Dr. Ross. I'm telling you. I think he's going to pop back in.
Well, I'm wondering who he's talking to on the phone, but I don't know how he has contact, how he can just pop on the phone with him. And I heard that it was Vivian. She's coming. She's going to pop in.
I know
it drives us all crazy, wondering where the storyline's going to go.
And it's the original Vivian coming back this time.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me wait a minute. Paraphrase it how Soap Opera Digest said it on their magazine. The real Vivian. I'm like, really?
The real.
Louise. Now, I love me some Louise, but honestly, I loved
Robin.
God, what's her name?
Robin.
I loved Robin's Vivian. I really did.
She was a spitfire. They really didn't give her a chance, to be honest. They could have done a lot more with that. It was just getting rolling.
Unless that was all that. she could promise
I'd love for them to bring both of them back and have, and have a storyline where she was masquerade. I don't know, but I'd love to have both of them back, see them play off each other.
Yes. Really confuse everyone.
The tale
All
of
right,
Vivi.
should we move?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
exactly. Should we move on to weddings?
Do you got anything else? Carolyn.
Yeah.
You brought my attention the other day on Facebook, and it was an event called Samantha's Friends.
Yes.
Do you know that the cast of Days are doing those Zoom events for fans, and I think there's one coming up on the 14th. You go on Eventbrite, and they're on Eventbrite. I don't have the actual ones, but one of them was the one that you were showing me, and it's $75 to go to enter, and they said have a drink with you. So I mean, while you're on the computer and you're zooming with them.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did that with Eric Motzall. Like it's limited to 6 people though. And
now, are you going to have are you going to have a drink on Zoom and click?
Yeah, you can have your own drink at home. Make your own drink at home. You know, some people choose, like vodka or cocktail or
margaritas.
Or
margarita. Bring your margarita.
Hey, yeah. I know that this Sunday is Eric and Kyle Louder, who's been on the show. And they're going to have one Sunday. And it's only for like
Robert
an hour.
Scott
Sometimes
Wilson.
it goes over. Yeah, well, that's tonight. Yeah, that's tonight. Robert and Victoria and Eric. Yeah, they have one Sunday and they have another one tonight. That's a two-parter. That's what they call it. Two-parter.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, that's too much money.
Yeah.
For a Zoom event?
Well, it goes towards cancer. Got the charity of it, but it's for cancer.
Well, if that's the case, then they should have done it for 2-3 hours and given enough time so that everybody gets interaction time. There's going to be 50, 60 people on there, and they're going to speak to
no, it's only 16. It's only 16 people, and you.
They're limited.
Yeah, it's only a limited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
all
like
right.
it's
My
like
bad.
so it's like first come first serve. So the first 16 people, that's it. And for the whole hour, you get to talk to them, ask questions. Like a real an intimate event between you and the stars. And like I said, the money goes towards charity. And so Samantha and Eric thought this is because we can't go anywhere, right? We're all stuck at home. Well, so this would be a great way. And not only that, but some of these events, even though they're like 75, I'm whispering like I don't know. Even though it's 75, is compare it to if we were really going to events, it would be 150.
Yeah, that's true.
And plus you can do this in your pajamas. But
Yeah.
just make it look good though. Like make it work for you.
Well, for a lot of people doing the Zooming, it's like they're there. I mean, I'm watching a lot of the entertainers. I'm watching the Today Show instead of having everyone out in the plaza. They're having people, on the Zoom. So, and for some people it's exciting, and they, they'll do it. Some people $75 is nothing, just to be able to talk, for a minute or two. But
that it's kind of nice that they're doing that. That since the pandemic, they've sort of reached out.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Knowing that we don't know when they'll be back on the air.
That's true.
I know they're preparing. So, Candice, why don't you go on? What have you learned so far about production?
From what I'm learning about production, so again, the LA County is actually still continuing to increase with their numbers. So it's to say, I feel like I'm on the news, for real. So it's to say that that ever since Memorial Day weekend, the numbers have gone up. Now, California governor did authorize production to go in effect as of Friday for selective movies and TV shows, however, with the soaps, don't know yet. And, of course, the California State of Health is trying to work everything out so they can do the guidelines, protocols. So, fans, this is important. Listen very closely. Just because it's sort of a green light, again, we don't know when the soaps are going back in production. However, when they do go in production, don't think it's going to be Friday, Monday. It's going to be, they have to, and by they, I mean CBS, ABC, NBC, has to craft a schedule and a plan because they can't all be in the same room at the same time. So, back to in the newsroom.
And then I heard through William DeVry, he sort of broke it down a little bit for us people who don't understand the technical, that one, the unions have to agree.
Yeah.
There's going to be a COVID-19 compliance officer at every studio, and everyone on board has to know who or she is. These people have to be hired yet, and we don't know when that's going to take place. Like you mentioned earlier, Candice, there's like the number of people on set is going to be a little smaller. They have to do something. I think it was 60 and over, and then 18 and under are sort of the risk group. So you may not be seeing the kids too much unless you can get them elsewhere. I mean, there's so many things to be working out that have to be worked out, and we want to caution the fans to be patient with them because even some of the actors were getting on the bandwagon and getting anxious, and we all know that they all want to come back to work.
Well, down here in Florida, and this is just an example. Yes, they've opened up the restaurants. A lot of the smaller restaurants have not opened up and will never open up because now they have to have insurance. Because if someone comes into their establishment and they get COVID, they can sue them.
Yep.
So, and that's the next level. So, and the lawyers are, the commercials on TV day in and day out is, and that's going to be the next wave is people suing. I went into your establishment and I got COVID. So that's why they have very common.
I mean, sadly, take a look at and we want to send our thoughts and prayers and love to Judy Evans because if you heard her story, she was on the Today Show. She did Good Morning America. She contracted because when you're in the hospital, folks, wear a mask. Like I know everybody's saying it's getting hot. It's getting hot. We need to not have the mask on. You need to have the mask on because of protection. COVID is still out there. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's still out there. So the whole thing, and then we're going to talk about the I do's and I love yous, is that we want everybody to be safe. We do want people to get back to work. Like Caroline said, the actors are very, anxious. But there has to be a plan. And if they don't have a plan, then it could backfire. And we don't want that. We want to go forward. There's going to be some changes with daytime soaps. There may not be a lot of love scenes. So, sorry about that. You may not see, a big gala or, well, I don't think it is a gala, but there's going to be some changes. So stay tuned for everything.
Does Judy know where she contacted us? What
in the hospital?
Well, she was at the hospital.
Oh boy, she's
in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is why you need to wear a mask.
Yeah, and the compliance officer is also going to be doing contact tracing. They have to register every time they come on set. They're going to have to register where they have been. If they were on set yesterday, then they only have to register where they were yesterday. But, you know, if they weren't there for 2 weeks and then they come back, well, where have you been? All blah, blah. It's the mandates that are coming down are hard. I would very much hesitate a guess to say that they're not going back into production until at least the 1st of August.
I'm going to say September.
Yeah. But it's good that they throw out that they can start thinking about it.
But the thing that they also have to think about too is what if somebody that they've now written scenes for, so on and so forth, now can't.
Yeah, because
they're going to have to have contingency plans in place as well.
Yeah. Even here, taking your temperature. I mean, you can take your temperature and you're fine, and 3 days later, you know, you've got it. So
because
they're not relying on the temperatures. They're doing contact tracing. So if you've been, you know, and people can. The thing is too that people can lie, and that's going to be a problem.
Well,
you know,
and they do. They do.
Yeah,
I mean, I had to go over to the cemetery here for Memorial Day, and the cars were lined up, and they asked like 10 questions before and we all had to wear a mask, and we were going to the cemetery, and no one was close to anybody. So, you know, what are you going to say? Well, I was in contact with these, 100 people here in the cemetery. How are they going to trace it? How are they going to trace it?
It's going to be interesting to see what they do now. I know, like, overseas soaps like EastEnders and Coronation Street, they've thrown away their scripts that they had already in place. They're going to start over from scratch, and they've been they're doing temperature checks. They do have a special thermometer where they do check throughout the day, because as we all know, a fever can appear any time of the day. So it's going to be interesting to see and this is why, Anthony, me, Caroline, Pam, Dave, all this are saying this to the writers of these shows. Whatever you had originally planned, you've had 3 months, almost 3 months, almost 4 months. You better have something different. You do need something to wow us, because if you and GH, I'm sorry, you had left us with a custody battle. I don't want to hear another. Can we talk about weddings? Because I need something to talk about, like, to cheer me up. I need some wedding cake.
Yeah. Remember the special that was on a couple of weeks ago? Does anyone know?
Oh, don't get me started.
Well, but what was the
story of soap?
Were the ratings good, or what was the
ratings
feedback?
Were great until the ratings were good for the first hour and an hour and 35 minutes, and then the last part of it dropped. I wonder why, Andy Cohen.
Oh.
I'm going to say in a reality show.
Yeah.
A reality show. If it wasn't for soap, you wouldn't have reality shows. Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Candice.
He wants to take credit for everything. Yeah. Good luck.
Reality started on soap, so we had the first real facelift. Okay. Thank you, Jeannie Cooper.
Yes, we did.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. We'll go to weddings.
Okay. We're going to go to weddings. Okay. Who wants to start?
Anthony.
Can we say who's going to discuss what weddings, so we don't kind of cross paths, or does it matter? Or we're just going to you're going to throw it out there?
You want to do one by one? One by one. Okay. Anthony, you want to start it off?
The worst. First.
Yep,
sorry, I had technical difficulties. You guys, I didn't hear the last minute and a half of you guys. All right, so I'm gonna go with a wedding that you guys probably wouldn't have thought of. One Life to Live, Cord and Kate. Which reminds me very much of Nick and Sharon, God, what was it, their fourth wedding? Supposed to be fourth wedding. You know, when somebody kicks open the church doors and coming back from the dead, you know, as far as I can remember, that was the first one. That literally, you know, there they were, door opens up, Tina comes stumbling in, and it was like, you know, the whole world, you know, at least Soap's world, the whole world was watching.
Whole world was watching that one. That's
now,
very
you
good.
know,
Candice?
I was a little kid, and I was absolutely
You
in love with Tina.
And you loved her when
Candice?
she came running in.
I did come running in. This was a tough one. This was a really tough one. That was a good one, though, Anthony. I give you props for that.
Thank you, girl.
Adam and Erica from All My Children. Let me tell you this story.
Okay.
All right. First and foremost, when you have two headstrong personas saying "I do," you know that hell is right around the corner. When you, I mean, seriously, like Erica Kane and Adam Chandler. Let's think about it first and foremost. These two was like War of the Roses. I mean, it literally was the match made in business world. It was the greatest thing, but these two really did love each other. They just used each other for namesakes only, and that's why I love this wedding. Her dress was at this point, I think she was up for 3, 4, 5 weddings. Just saying. But she still wore white. Be quiet, Anthony. She wore white, and and it was just a moment on All My Children. Is like, you know, these, like I said, these two power hunger tycoons standing in front of people saying "I do," and if looks could kill, it could kill you. Like, so yeah. I actually like that marriage than I did like Jackson and her. I know I'm going down for that. I know.
I mean, all of her weddings. Travis, you know, she had that big headdress thing going on.
Right.
You know.
I mean, her dress, the dress that she had was very simple. You know, it reminded me like if, you know, like she was the Carrie Bradshaw before Carrie Bradshaw. Okay, it wasn't a big poofy dress. It was a broad suit type thing with the skirt, the pencil skirt, and she still looked glam. And Adam, dashing David Canary and Missy Buddy, looking all like Prince Charming type, but again, it's like he had that knife ready to stab at her back anytime soon. That's the kind of weddings you enjoy when it's like, these two don't really. Okay, I'm just here for the free drinks. Thank you.
And that was back
all right,
in the
Carolyn.
day when they used to go all out.
Yeah. Carolyn?
Yeah, Anthony, you're going to love this one. When Brooke and Ridge got married, the third marriage.
Oh, yes.
They got married in the Amazon jungle.
Yes.
Did you love the outfit?
I'm trying to remember that one.
And then Ridge was kidnapped by Sheila.
Yes, he was.
Oh, that one.
And put in the volcano.
And Nick was there. Yeah.
All right, what about you, David?
Well, I'm going to take you back. Carolyn may remember this one, but I'm going back to As the World Turns in the early 80s.
Okay.
All right.
It was Tom and Margot's first wedding. Justin Dees and Margaret Collin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were outside. Tell me if I'm wrong. Do I remember bicycles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought that was in the day when they were going all out. But I love that one. I thought one of the best ones I've ever seen. And everyone was out.
Yeah.
Everyone was out.
Yeah, I like the older ones. Right now they're just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Those days were exciting.
See,
They
for
were
me,
more than weddings.
yeah. For me, of course, everyone's always going to remember looking more. I mean, let's face it. The fairy, Bo and Hope, was it number 2?
Oh, yeah, Bo and Hope.
Everyone's always going to remember the over-the-top fairy tale. I mean, da-da-da. For me, I like Candice. I like a wedding that's got interest in it. Like, like Cord and Kate, or, yeah. So my number 2 is actually a tie, and they're from opposite ends of the spectrum for reason. They're both comedically hysterical. It was perfect amount of drama versus comedy versus shock value. So it's a tie. Lucy Coe and Alan Quartermain and her big red dress and hat.
Oh, that big red dress.
You don't even have to say anything. You just say Lucy Cole, and that's it. The first thing pops up.
That's all you have to say.
They used that wedding and that for years. It was brought up. It was just wedding goals. I mean, Monica wanted to stab her. Tracy wanted to stab her. Bobby wanted to. Everybody wanted to stab her. Al, and she came walking out with that dress. Now the tie also comes from a show that is still on air as well. The tie for me, comedic wise and interesting shock value, was Jack and Jennifer's outside extravaganza wedding.
Yeah.
The recent one?
It was just. No, we're back in the day.
Which one?
Like the first one, the 1990.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just the comedic value and I mean, that was back in the day when a wedding was. I mean, that was an extravaganza. That thing went on for a week straight, and it was great. So that's my number 2. Candice?
All right. This one is for the fans out there who knows me so well. It's come from Passions. And, yes, it is Teresa and Ethan's wedding. The last one. The final finale. It was a up and down roller coaster of a mess to get to that altar. From the double wedding when, the paternity was leaked. Thanks very much about that, Gwen and Rebecca. But the final wedding was, it was finally their happy ending. And if you followed Teresa from day one, you know that even though she was obsessed with this guy, like really creepy, but she never gave up on him, and vice versa. So this wedding was filled with the magic of bringing harmony together. I'm gonna get teary-eyed.
Yeah, literally.
And that was what Passions was all about, was to find, as Eric Marshall said, to find your own passion. And that was seriously a good wedding. It wasn't drama. It didn't have. I mean, it had some drama, but not as much. But it was like a nice tie-in and a nice goodbye to all of our friends in Harlem. Plus, I wanted Teresa's dress.
I did see that. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Mhm.
A lot of magic there.
It was. Carolyn.
Carolyn?
I got a toss up here, and a lot of it I can remember it, and I can't remember the year because I used to love Reva. I used to love Reva and Josh.
Oh hell yeah! I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Does anyone remember their wedding?
The 1987 one. The 1987 one. The Cross Creek one. That one.
The one.
2002 one. Which one?
It was kind of a southern wedding.
So it was the first one.
The first one
when she had the big wedding dress and they were all outside.
Yeah.
Cross Creek. Yep. Yeah. First one.
It was classic. It was a very kind of southern.
Well, she put the southern down.
Really liked that.
All right, David.
Okay, well, I'm going to stick with Guiding Light on this one, too. And Candice, brace yourself. Cassie and Richard. I like that big. I was a big sucker for a royal wedding, I tell you.
She was a stripper who made it. Be a lesson to all the strippers out there. You too can have a fairy tale wedding.
The prince married a stripper. Yeah.
That's right. See, Guiding Light was taboo before British was. Go ahead, Guiding Light.
Okay. Well, I'm going for surprise value this evening. So my number 3 wedding is Megan and Jake. One Life to Live.
I think I saw that one. Megan and Jake. Megan was Vicky's daughter. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
The same actress who played Cassandra on GH.
We don't talk
That's
about
right.
That.
Right, and Jake went on to play with Jane Seymour.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I remember watching that. Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a really good wedding.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back to All My Children. I know some people are surprised I'm doing this tonight. Actually, it was a tie, but I chose this one because this was Endless Love. The wedding I picked was from 2008. All My Children, Angie and Justy. Let me break it down to you.
Oh yes.
2008.
Yep, 2008.
I think I saw that. I was watching it on SoapNet.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to know that, you know, in the soap world, true love never dies, even when you think your love has died. Okay?
Yep.
Everybody on All My Children, all the fans remember where they was when Justy got shot and died, right? And we went through the look-alike
Jacob
from the city, from Loving in the City. And then we went to the fact that when they had said that Darnell Williams was coming back as Jesse on All My Children, I mean, you should have heard the ratings. The ratings went up. The fact that they finally got the well-deserved wedding, including the children, including the friends and family, and they pledged their undying love, and they had Neo there.
Neo, oh, yeah. Oh, I love that song.
I know everybody's like this right now listening to the show. Really, Candice, you're getting really emotional about this. To me, Anthony and Justy, and I know that there's been a debate, but to me, they belong like on the top super couples that open a lot of doors for a lot of other couples. And the fact is that you really went through it just like with Neil and Drew, and that was my other tie with Neil and Drew. But I gave it to Angie and Justy because, again, they went through it. They went through teenage pregnancy. They went through Jenny. They went through a lot together, and they had a whole life that was cut short. And the fact that they came back together and they still had that same love as they did all those years ago, and the magic, and that wedding was beautiful. Oh.
Yeah. All right, David.
No, it's Carolyn's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Carolyn, I'm sorry, girl.
That's okay. Anyone want to go back to 1991, Bold and Beautiful, and Eric and Brooke, their first wedding, their first marriage.
With the balloon.
Yes, hot air balloon. They took off on
the hot air
balloon. A hot air balloon.
Yeah.
I think Stephanie was there and Ridge was there, and was Ridge not her, like, former boyfriend? I mean, there was a real family affair.
I think, you see, was it Ridge? It was Thorne. I remember Thorne was there. And, yes, that was something.
But you know, way back then, that they really went out of their way for the themes in the weddings, like years ago.
That's when they had money.
Yeah, that's when they had money.
Yeah.
All right, David. How about you?
Oh, it's all about me. Let me see if I had. Where was my other one? Candice mentioned that one. Oh, Lord. Well, one nice one now went out, and I'm gonna. This goes back to As the World Turns, and it was Steve and Betsy's.
Ah!
And it was
yes!
Meg Ryan and Frank Runyon.
Yeah.
And they did that outside.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. For the next round, which will probably, I'm assuming it'll probably be the last round, and we'll go through some crazy stuff. But for this round, I'm going to say a name, and let's see which one of you gets it first.
Oh, God.
Little Richard.
Bo and Nora.
Bo and Nora, that's right. That was a great wedding.
Because I thought you were going to say no, because then I was going to say Jeffrey and Gloria from Young and the Restless.
Jeff and Gloria?
Yeah, because Little Richard was there, too.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Yep. All right,
oh, my God. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got to do my dance. Hold up. I literally do that every time, like, when they get right. Like, that was one of those weddings that it wasn't, like, the typical protocol of dun, 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 dun. It was like, these two are fun. Like, So, okay. So, my pick is this is a triple tie, and I'm entitling it Young Love. Liz and Lucky, the 1999 one. I'm going to explain that in a minute. The second one was Jonathan and Tammy from 2009. Well, 2008.
Yeah.
And the final one is, I know somebody's going to be like, are you serious, Candice? But Laura and Scotty from General Hospital. Now, let me explain.
Oh, girl, are you serious? Yeah.
Let me explain this, okay? With the first one, Liz and Lucky, it was the dream sequence before Lucky, quote unquote, died, okay?
Yes.
And it was also a tie into the Valentine's Day too, like, you know, all the Lucky and Liz stuff of '99, where, you know, they said their vows in the chapel, and when Liz had that dream foreshadowing the future that she wouldn't have because we all thought Lucky died. The fact that Liz and Lucky at that time was the couple of General Hospital for that decade, for that short term, you saw two people who really came together after a crisis, like after a situation, which was her rape. And you saw them have a friendship, and you did see, we all grew up with Jonathan Jackson. So it was like, oh, are we going to see Lucky and Liz get married one day? That's, and it was just so cute. And when he said the vows of Valentine's Day in the church, okay, don't crack it. It was really special because we all remember our first love, right? Our first love was going to be our forever love, right? Yeah.
Right.
So then flip it over to Jonathan and Tammy. Okay, I know, they're cousins. I know. I already heard about this so many times. But if you really want to think about it, so was Liz and Lucky. We'll talk about that later in another show. But Jonathan and Tammy, they went through it too, and they had their whole lives. And, say what you want, but they loved each other. It was really deep. And to know that they didn't get they got that happy ending, and then she was taken away.
She was taken away.
Because, she died. And then with Laura and Scotty, okay, everybody can talk about Luke and Laura. Oh, yeah, 31 million, okay. But there was something to be said, again, about your first love. Scotty was this upcoming lawyer. Laura was the golden girl. She had stars in her eyes. She thought Scotty was the one. They were so cute. They were like Barbie and Ken. And the fact is that they did have mutual respect for each other, not all the way on certain, things. So they were cute, and that's why I call it young love. Young love.
All right, Carolyn.
Oh, weddings. How many times was Erica married?
10.
How many?
10.
10. Oh.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She had 10 weddings, but some of the husbands was like, repeats.
Okay. I'm trying to think of which one probably was the most memorable. Who did I like her? That's a good question. Who did everyone like her with best?
Well, she had chemistry with her.
I liked her with Travis because I was watching her at the time with Travis. And
Jack.
I was in college, and Jack.
That Wally guy, that Walt guy, him.
Walt.
I'm going to get kicked for this, I'm sure. And it was not explored for long, and definitely not as long as it should have been. But I liked her and David Haywood.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
There wasn't a wedding. But I loved them together, and I think that they dropped the ball by not going further with that.
Well,
David, who do you like her with the best? Jack, you like her with Jack the best?
I think I liked her with Jack the best. I think because that's all I can remember her with. I know she was with so many others. Dimitri was a little scary.
they look great together.
Yeah.
They were great together. It was it was a great relationship. I like her dysfunctional relationships better than Jack or Travis. Obviously back in the day, not when he came back for that weirdness, but back in the day, her and Jeff. And who was that weird one that she married? Candice, refresh my memory. That
wasn't
man
Dimitri?
she married. No, earlier than that.
Jeremy?
No, not Jeremy. I couldn't stand him. But no, before him too, that really weird man. Remember Candice?
Wait a minute.
How far back are you going?
Oh, Mike Roy?
Mike Roy,
Mike
thank you. Mike Roy.
Yeah. Yep. Him. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is that the one? Is that the one that died? Is that the one that died?
Mike, he was. Let's see. What happened to him?
God,
was
what
she
year
married
was
to
that?
Adam at the time?
Yeah, because Adam was presumed dead in the plane crash, and
okay.
that's when
Yes.
Mike was writing.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, because Mike was ghostwriting Erica's Hollywood script, and Mike became a little, if I'm remembering this right, Mike became a little obsessed with Erica.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah.
God, what year was that? Anybody know what year?
I want to say like 86, 87.
Like 84, 85.
84, 85? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mike, if I'm remembering this correct, when Adam came back from the dead, because that's how it happens on their honeymoon. That's the way to go. Mike got shot and died.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, David, your last wedding?
My last wedding. Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna have to go with something a little simple, and it ties back to what Candice said about the first love.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to One Life to Live and doing Rex and Gigi.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was simple.
So let's jump ship to a different. We'll go with craziest villain and craziest moment with that villain, and let's go to Candice first. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, Loving Murders. I don't need to say anything else. Loving Murders. Gwen.
All right.
Gwen. That's all I got to say. Gwen.
Yep.
Loving Murders. YouTube. Watch it. Study. Understand it.
Candice, do you have the reveal when they found out it was Gwen? Do you have that on a playlist or something?
Yes, I do.
Can you send that to me?
I will. You want me to send you the whole storyline? Because I have that too.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Including when they did the so you don't do this anymore. Including when it was the special week of figuring it out, where they replayed every episode of the murders, and they would show you a different look to see if you could find the clues in there before they went back to the regular schedule episodes. I will send that to you, Anthony.
That's great. Oh my God, girl, I love you. You're welcome. Okay. Carolyn, craziest feeling, craziest moment.
It's going back a long time, but it's got to be Victor. Victor in the cage.
What?
Okay.
Are you talking Y&R?
That goes back a long time.
That goes back to 1980 when he had Michael Scott in the bomb shelter.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
That was classic. He was vicious. He was. Yes. Those are my memories. 1984? Oh, boy.
No, I think that was 1980.
Yeah.
Mine. Okay. All right. It's Young and the Restless, and it was Nikki's husband, Joshua's ex, Veronica, who was doubling as the maid.
Oh, good one.
Veronica. Was it Veronica? I believe. And she was going after him. She was madly in lust with Josh. Didn't want to. didn't want to give him up and didn't want any woman in her way. And how she befriended Nikki and made her. That one stands out in my mind back then. Yeah, that's 90ish.
Okay, now I'm going back to the 80s too, and I'm going back to Port Charles, and I'm also going back to a storyline that involves Miss Lucy Coe. Does anybody remember Nurse Terry? She lived in the brownstone. Okay. Well, Terry was in love with Terry, yes. And they were brothers, Kevin and Patrick. And Terry was in love with Kevin. And Kevin was all buttoned up, and he was suave, he was good looking, he was all this nice, this and that. Turned out to be that he was having an affair with Miss Lucy Coe. Turned out also to be that he was bat poo-poo crazy, and he was trying to kill Terry, and they ended up on a cliff, and bing, bang, boom. Now,
I think I was
the reason that I picked that is because it was a gaslight situation. They were trying to drive Terry crazy, or he was trying to drive Terry crazy. And it was just a real good, interesting under the scenes. Everybody saw him in a different light, so on and so forth. Here come Lucy Coe as the mousy librarian, and then all of a sudden, bang, bang, boom, she's in La Perla and heels, and it's like, whoa, hello, what happened here? And no, that was because he was creepy, and he had the good boy thing down pat. He was like the what was his name? He was like Patrick, good looking, everybody loved him.
Mm-hmm.
He had the good boy thing, but underneath it all, he was creepy and crazy. Candice, how about your number two?
Was she Crystal Bernard?
That was not Crystal Bernard. But she's related to her.
Yeah,
she was
she's
the
related
sister
to
or the cousin or something. Yeah, she was related to her. Yeah. Nurse Terry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her. I did. I loved Nurse Terry. Does anybody remember how did she leave the show? I don't remember her leaving.
I don't remember. My mind is. Candice? Oh, might be before even Candice's time.
Yeah, probably was. Yeah. I didn't remember certain things, but I can't remember that. No, that's good.
All right,
I love doing it and wings. Okay. So my next pick was a controversial pick. It's a controversial villain on soaps, especially when I bring up what she did. It's from Sunset Beach, which was a great NBC soap opera. You might have heard of it.
Yeah.
And the character's name was Virginia. Do you guys remember Virginia?
I remember Virginia. I know what you're talking about. Keep going.
So
Annie, go on.
She was the character's Michael's former love, and they had a kid. And at the time, Michael was with Vanessa. They were the couple, okay. And she did not like Vanessa at all. So during the earthquake, she went to the sperm bank and stole sperm from another guy, right? And in a controversial move, what happened was Vanessa, she was unconscious. Okay. So Virginia, because she really hated, and I don't use that word a lot, she hated Vanessa. She was like, oh, Miss Vanessa can't do anything wrong. Watch me. She took a turkey baste, put the sperm in, impregnated Vanessa. Now, here's the thing. Even though that was a villain move, because then Vanessa thought she was pregnant with Michael's baby, but it was Titus's baby. Y'all remember Titus, right? Okay.
Titus was the doctor. Yeah.
Right. So the show got so much flack for this that they kind of ruined the storyline, because it was technically Virginia did do something without the consent of Vanessa, but that was such a villain move that she was like, okay, I can't have, because she was trying to say that Titus and Vanessa was looking too close. And Michael was like, I don't believe that. I won't believe that. Vanessa wouldn't do anything. Well, next thing you know, she's pregnant. And Virginia was a little wacky.
She was.
All right, Carolyn, who's your villain?
Are we still on the villains?
We're on the villains.
Yeah.
Well, you can't, and Anthony, you would know much better than me, but to me the best is Sheila.
Oh yes, you just took one of my picks, Nurse Sheila Carter.
Oh my. Where can we go? God, didn't she?
Where do you want to
start? Sex with somebody that was asleep and got pregnant, and oh my God, how many years ago is that? We're really going back.
We're in the 90s.
Oh goodness, no, she was
Which
great.
time there, Carolyn, are you talking about specifically?
Oh boy,
the whole thing.
Starting
even
from the beginning. I mean, yeah, that's right. She went on to. Did you go over to Bold?
B&B.
B&B.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, David.
Oh Lord. Let me see. The looniest villain. Oh my God. Let me go back. Is there another one? Oh my God. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go back to another one of Nikki's boyfriends. And there was one named Edward who used to talk to his mother, and remember, and she was in I don't know, was it just her ashes or
it was her
something?
Ashes.
And
it was her ashes.
Yeah. And oh boy, are we bringing back memories?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? He was
Okay.
like, I want to to my mother. Like, mother, here's Nicole. She's like, here's your mother. Right there.
Yeah.
Well,
Anthony?
my next is a three-way tie, and I'm going to get away with it because you did it with the young love. My next is a three-way tie. It's all about ABC, and I'm going to say three names, and y'all could just cheer or boo or whatever. But I'm going to go with Miss Allison Perkins, Billy Clyde Tuggle, and Mitch.
Oh, yeah.
You took mine. All right. Okay.
God help that Allison Perkins.
Okay.
With a runner-up on that three-way, with Marco Dane as a runner-up, actually.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I, too, have a three-way tie. I like to call this the Mount Rushmore of soap villains. We have Mr. Roger Thorpe.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I remember him.
Mr. James Stanback from As the World Turns. Thank you.
Who was that?
And finally, James Stanback from As the World Turns.
James Stanback. All right.
Yeah. And finally, I feel like I'm so classy right now. We have the one, the only, Carmen Santos from Guiding Light.
Oh,
thank you.
Geez. Yep.
Thank you.
God, yes. Yes.
Thank you.
And don't forget Abuela.
Oh, see, she's in a special class of her own. That she is a special class of her own. But when you think of Roger Thorpe,
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
When somebody says hello, Barbara, you think of James Dean. When you think about, do you want a horse head in your bed? Yeah, you may think of the Godfather, but really, think about Thorpe. Because Carmen said that to Michelle.
Right. Yeah.
That was classy.
That was. Oof.
All right, Carolyn.
Let's go for it's back to days. Stefano DiMera, he was vicious.
Stefano DiMera, absolutely.
Going after the Brady family, all the things that he did. They still think he's out there somewhere, right? It's been a long time. Has a lot that character has had a long run.
A long run, for sure.
I remember the first child. I remember the first child that he had, other than Tony.
Oh.
It was Renee.
Oh, the daughter. The daughter.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Oh.
Renee, and then there was Megan.
Well, geez, we're really testing our memories.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, cool. All right, David, go on.
Okay, we're back to Young and the Restless. I'm sorry, but they've had pretty good ones, and I'm gonna go with Eve Howard.
Oh my God, I forgot all about Eve. Yes.
No.
Eve Howard was Victor's secretary, and she was more than smitten with him, and she kept, that's how Cole came about, because Cole was her son, and she came out with a thought that Cole was Victor's son and all that, and she wanted to marry him before that, and she tried to kill Nikki at the first wedding, and she was just classic. You name it.
Evil.
Yeah.
All right. My next one is going to be somewhat controversial as well, but, she just stands in a class of her own. She also comes from the Bold and the Beautiful, and I'm talking about
Morgan.
I should say the only Miss Sally Spectra.
Yeah.
Yes, Sally.
Miss Sally Spectra is one of the most iconic characters ever to grace this old medium.
Good pick, Anthony.
She was bold. She was beautiful. She had vulnerability. She wasn't the cackling in the corner evil. She was bold and brash, and she went for what she wanted, and she didn't care how she steamrolled, like they said, kick, A to the SSS and take names later. That was Sally. And she was bright, and, oh, man, that was Sally. Okay. Candice.
Okay, my next pick, I'm just going to say her name, and I'm going to see if you can guess it. You got to listen to the name carefully. So this character was from a canceled soap opera that caused quite a stir in pop culture. She went by so many names, but one of the names was Cassandra Blair Collins. And she had a husband, and she was from the 17th century, and she was a voodoo witch, and she
Tabitha.
was... No.
She's from Dark Shadows, isn't she?
Ding, 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 ding. Her real name was Angelique, but she made her name as Cassandra. And so her thing is that she cursed. She cursed everybody who's got in her way of her true love. And she was, the best one. And y'all are probably saying, how the heck Candice know about Dark Shadows, Lord?
Because it came back as a remake on primetime.
I saw the original before not the original when it first aired, but I saw the original when it was on PBS before it was on NBC as the remake. Angelique, so there was an episode where she literally took one of the potential brides of one of the servants. And as well turns, you think you did stuff with shrunken heads? No, this woman literally shrunk the girl's heart while she was talking. Like her heart stopped beating, and it was shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and then she died, and she became a doll. That's some villain stuff right there. And she said, whoever comes near the guy, I forgot who it was, but like says that you too will be a doll because my soul has been taken from me, and I will take your soul and your heart away from you. That's some scary stuff right there.
All right, Carolyn, you got another one for us? That was a good one. That was a risk.
God, he's on a soap now. He used to play Brad on Y&R.
Oh, Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Bill Spencer
he's on,
and B&B?
Dollar Bill.
He's on. Okay. Yeah. Actually, he's quite good as a villain. I kind of like him. I just watched snippets, but he's kind of nice looking too.
Hello.
He is.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I can hear you.
Okay. So that's my that's one of the newer ones.
Anthony, I can hear you. Let me see. Let me check the mic. Yeah, Anthony, you're still on.
Maybe he wants to comment.
No, now he dropped. All right.
Oh.
No.
Okay. He dropped. Okay, and he's back. All right, I got to go put him back in. Hold on. There, Anthony.
I don't know what just happened.
You dropped. Yeah.
All right.
Lifting him over here.
Last I heard, she was talking about Dollar Bill Spencer. What about you, David?
Me? Okay. I'm gonna go back to As the World Turns, and you guys should remember her. Do you remember Lilith McKechnie?
Yeah.
She was the one who actually was supposedly did shrink Shannon's head. She was.
Yeah. Only in a soap opera, folks. Only in a soap opera.
Only in a soap opera. She was very possessive of Duncan, and she would go all out, making sure that Duncan believed that she was dead all these years, and then all that. So, and she was like maybe a little mild. I don't know how long she was on, but she wanted him back. I can't remember the actress's name. And I know and I remembered that during Michael and Maggie's reunion last week, they were talking about it, so that brought that up for me. So that was fine.
All right, guys. I'm going to give you my last one, and my last one is a tie. And so my tie is Miss Helena Cassadine in both of her incarnations. And the tie is going to be a little controversial, but go back in the day and remember him, what he was like, you know, when he was prominent, Mr. Paul McCortland.
Yeah.
He's a possessive father. I remember.
He was a possessive father. He was a crazy uncle. He messed with Daisy. He had that weird, what was her name, the maid?
Oh.
What was her name?
Candice?
Not coming to me right now. And watch. As soon as we get off, I'm going to think of it.
But yes, Helena Cassadine and Palmer Cortland are tied for my last pick of best villains.
Okay.
All right, Candy Girl.
Here we go.
Okay, this is our last round. We got to...
This is the last round. Here we go. Carl Hutchins, Another World.
Oh yes.
You know, I love him. David Kimball, Young and the Restless.
There's an...
And I'm mad that David and Anthony did not say this person's name because she's up there with the Sheila. And I'm talking about Annie Dutton.
Oh, God, Annie, of course.
That's who I was going to come up with next. That was my next one. Yeah. All
right, Carolyn, pull out another Dave villain for us.
Yes.
Not a really vicious villain, but and I'm going back a long time because one of the first ones that I used to watch was Another World, and Rachel, she played. And she was. You're talking about the whoever runs the stations. She really I think she was battling against Procter and Gamble to keep the show on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really I remember she really fought hard. I really liked her. She was one of the first kind of, villains and all the twists and turns and the things that she, the conniving that she did. That's what
You're talking about one of the original ones? Because Robin Strasser used to play her.
Yeah, Was that before
Rachel Corey?
Okay. That was after her?
And then
because I remember
she was one of the... Well, the last one to play her was Victoria Wyndham, but is that...
Okay.
But,
she wasn't a villain anymore, though, at that point. Yeah.
Susan Strasser was before her?
Yeah.
Robin Strasser was before her, yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Robin Strasser only played her for like 2 years. Yeah.
Because
well, Candice took Annie from me, so that was my next one. So let me think back.
David, I'll give you that. I'll give you one real quick. Vivian, when she buried Cody alive.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, Vivian. Oh no, and then I have another one too. I got another one too, from YNR. Sean Garrett.
Sean Garrett. Why don't I remember him?
He was a big fan of Lauren's, and he buried her alive.
Oh God, yes. Yes, I didn't really watch it back then, but I used to switch back. Yes, okay.
Oh, we have to say goodbye, guys. We got 90 seconds.
Bye, guys. Be well, be safe. We love you. Follow us at Take Two Radio.
See you in 2 weeks.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. Good night.
Have a great week.
Good night, everybody.
See you soon.